Good morning. Filming. Good morning. Don't know how to start this off. Good morning. I'm in Holborn today. Sort of North Holborn, if you like. I'm working my way to the Dickens House Museum. And I'm just going to walk around the streets and just show you what's what around here. The Brazilian Aeronautical Commission in Europe. And that plaque up there on the wall says Great James Street, 1721, on the side of that building, I mean. Got a blue plaque there, Dorothy Sayers, writer of detective stories. Can't even say it. And this is Rugby Street. It's Great Ormond Street. That takes you down towards the hospital that way. Some nice old preserved buildings here. But I've not come down here to look at Great Ormond Street. Let's have a look up Mews. What is down here? Never even heard of this place. It goes right round. Right round to nowhere. Right, that's Mews. Nothing there. So we've made it to Guildford Street. Doughty Mews. There's, believe it or not, there's a pub down there. Can you believe it? Let's have a look. Look at these old places. Morning. And there's the pub, the Duke, 7 Roger Street. Doughty Mews. Little write up on the wall here. Not telling you much. Look at that, the pub dining room, or lounge, is taking up the bottom floor of that residential block, Mitre Court. Look at this graffiti on the shutter, look, 10 foot. I see that everywhere. 10 foot. Look at this old place here. Look at the old door and the sign above the door. Bill Electrical Services, Python Engineering Limited. So this is John's Mews, leading on from, that was Doughty Mews, where we come off of Guildford Street there. That's where he was earlier. At the top there where the cyclists just come round the bend there, we see the blue plaque in the distance. That's Great James Street. That's where we started the walk. Cockpit Yard. There's a little plaque on the wall there, but it's too far away, I can't read it from here. Wonder what that signifies. This is Cockpit Yard. Have a walk up here. Oh, I'm not allowed in there. No unauthorised persons. I'm not allowed down there either. So that was Cockpit Yard. Look at this old place.
time this came off, it actually upended on the rack. And I pulled over and went to grab it, and it spun around.
Right, so we're in John Street now. Now, there was a little street round the back there called Kirk Street. It was hardly noticeable, but it's obviously named after that fella there. Sir John Kirk, a Christian philanthropist, the children's friend. Not sure you'd get away with that now. Here we have the Malawi High Commission. We're coming back down to Theobald's Road now. There's not much to see here. Have we all learned how to be human at home? I hope so. It's the Kosovo Embassy. The Lady Otterline pub. I wish I could show you, when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. Oh right, okay. So we are crossing Roger Street at this junction, and over the road I'm sure that turns into Doughty Street, and that is where Charles Dickens' House Museum is. So that's Roger Street, with the sun pointed directly at us. Look how brave that pigeon is, look. That takes you down to Gray's Inn Road. And that's the Duke pub, that's where we just was a minute ago. Or a few minutes ago. Don't have a plaque on the wall there. Vera Britain, 1893 to 1970, Winifred Holtby, 1898 to 1935. Writers and reformers lived here. And some of these buildings are so well preserved. Look at this place, look. So here we have the Charles Dickens Museum. I'm led to believe this is where he lived for a short spell. The Victorian home of Charles Dickens and his young family. This is where he wrote Oliver Twist and Nicholas Nickleby and first achieved global fame. There you go, explore Charles Dickens' 1830s home, filled with over 100,000 items that belong to Dickens and his family, including his famous writing desk alongside letters, manuscripts and artworks. Step back in time and discover the real Charles Dickens. Yeah. And there's the plaque on the wall. God, he lived there for a long time actually. London County Council, Charles Dickens, 1812 to 1870, novelist, lived here. That's mad. There's another plaque over the road there. London County Council, Sydney Smith, 1771 to 1845. Author and wit lived here. The British Thoracic Society, whatever that is. So that was Doughty Street. We finally made it to Charles Dickens' house. That's the top of Doughty Street. And that place there, I'm sure that is the Good Enough College. I don't know what it is now, but that used to be called the Good Enough College. Honestly, it really did. The Art Society. All sorts of places here. I don't know if you can see it from here, but I'll read it out. 1854 to 1931. This library is dedicated to Sir Charles Parsons, scientist and engineer who in whatever century that says, invented and perfected the compound steam turbine. The memory of the great is enshrined in his books. The memory of the great is enshrined in books. So X1X. 1900. Is that what that is? Sick Children's Trust, another plaque here. Look, this home from home was officially opened by Her Royal Highness the Duchess of York on Wednesday the 11th of July 1990. And not so far back in time, that one. Like I told you, look, Good Enough College. That's mad, isn't it? Something's called that. We're still in Guildford Street. And I'm going to make my way back down. I think it's Brownlow Mews, is it? There was a sign, I'll tell you. Yeah, Brownlow Mews. No loitering. Oh, look at this. This is the back of a pub, the Blue Lion, that fronts on to Grazing Road, the other side. Just in these mews here. Be handy, wouldn't it? If you lived in one of these little mews houses, just walk across the way, you got a boozer. How handy would that be? These newer places haven't got as much character. The ones on the right are still quite well preserved, especially down the bottom here. So that was Brownlow Mews. Coming up to North Mews now. Now this is Roger Street, yeah, this is bringing us down to Gray's Inn Road. You see that place there, that little place there, just in front of the White Merc here, Hopper Coffee. That used to be Rudy's Cafe. And I used to use that all the time. That was a unique cafe. I miss Rudy. He was just gone one day. Come down here one day to get a sandwich and he was gone. North Mews. I know what that was used for.
Okay, when are you going to be there?
Alright, so this is Northington Street. Have a little look up here. So that crane was on the side of 4 Northington Street. Whatever this building was used for, must have been pretty industrial in the past. No signs to tell you what it was. We're back to the Lady Otterline, and there's that writing on the wall there. Oh, look at this old place, that's well preserved. Number 8 Northington Street. King's Mews. Look, there's some old buildings here. Let's hope they don't tidy them up too much. Let's have a little bit of character, eh? Hyde Park construction, please. So that was King's Mews, and this is the end of the walk. We're just coming up to Theobald's Road where it crosses Gray's Inn Road. Look at that old sign, King's Mews, West Central. That's it, I'm done. That's the end of that walk.